Alright, cool. We are recording. Let's go. We should be at least. Double check. Yep, mic's on. We're good. Let's go. Alright, so, what's good, gamers? Yeah, it's been a hot minute. 19 now. Got diabetes. Both suck, but neither sucks as much as. Hang on. Yeah, also, again, credit to whoever made this. I didn't draw this. I'm drawing. The best I could do is stick figures. So, credit where credit's due. I don't know who made it. What? What? Ah, crap. Okay. Headphones are acting stupid, and I'm not doing this without headphones. So I guess we're gonna have to take out both, and then put both in, and hope audio quality isn't horribly atrocious. So, um, what was I saying? Oh, I probably shouldn't curse. I'm trying not to get too much attention from the YouTube gods, but I'm also not trying to. That does the whole thing. But anyway, not important. What is important is, let's see. First part of this is going to be like a quick little update. I might put a timestamp of whatever, or like when I actually start the what if, so to speak. Uh, in either description or I'll comment it. So leave a like, check the description if you want to skip over the quick PSA or whatever it's called. I don't know. But yeah, basically I'm trying to catch up to date. So check the description or check the pinned comment. It'll be in one of those two spots. Cool? Cool. Alright, so first, uh, sorry I've been dead for so long. Oh god, if anyone sees this video, I'm gonna be shook. Super shook. Like, honestly, it would genuinely shock me if this video even gets a singular like. Because I have left y'all hanging in the desert sun for way too long. Way too long. And I'm sorry about that. I've been stressed out. Yeah, no. But, Red! It's been like 4 years. Yeah, I know. How do you think I feel about it? Also, if you've noticed, yeah, my voice changed. Uh, I turned 19 in March this year, so cool. Older now. Yeah. Let's see. Other than that, in the amount of time that I've been gone, I figured out that I am a type 1 diabetic, which blows. Not gonna lie, it sucks. If anyone understands my pain, leave a like. I'm kidding, don't. Alright, but anyway, let's see. What else has been happening? A lot's been going on. I don't really want to make you guys feel bad for me. I don't want pity, but I want to be able to give you guys, or tell you guys what's going on. So, sorry I keep getting distracted. It's been a while since I've done one of these. But anyway, another bunch of reasons that I've been dead is that I've been well, not really bouncing in between jobs, but my first job, I stayed there for like a month or two, and then left to go work on a tugboat. I was making good money, but then something happened. I'm still not even sure what happened because I'm always getting mixed results from whoever I asked or ask. Uh, so you know, bounced from that to being an electrician's helper for a little while. That went. It was all right for about a year. But then work started dying down. I'm struggling with cash. It's a whole thing. I'm trying to get a job at McDonald's, but currently I have enough food in my freezer for 3 days worth of food. Not even 3 days. 3 sandwiches, because I make sandwiches. I mostly eat sandwiches. It's a whole thing. I'm a really picky eater, and I know that's not good for me, but at the same time, I've been so stressed out recently that, oh, was it a month ago? I want to say about a month ago, I had to get put into a mental asylum, or not a mental asylum. Yeah. No, yeah. I got sent to Arkham for a little bit. Not gonna lie to you, gamers. It sucked, but it was also kind of based. Oh God, I sound crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. Jesus. Okay. Again, my bad. Sorry that I've been gone for so long. It's been a really long time. My grandma had all, or my mama as I call her, but my grandma had also passed away sometime near the beginning of this year. Probably like 4th or 5th month of the year. I don't remember. I've been way too stressed out with literally everything. So, if you made it this far and you haven't skipped to the what if yet, thank you for listening. I will eventually set up a Patreon if this channel is even alive still, and if it isn't hurting your pockets, I'd appreciate a little bit of help. It helps me, it'll help me in the long run, and it'll also more than likely help me push out videos faster, because, you send me an idea, I'll think it over, I'll do it. But for the most part, and again, there might be Patreon benefits at some point eventually. But right now, I'm kind of just fighting for survival, which a bunch of people will probably understand. If you're not old enough to fully understand, God, do I miss being that young. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I'll leave. I'll figure that out later. But right now, I just gotta survive. So, again, thanks for listening. And hey, leave a like, leave a comment. Help me out with the YouTube algorithm so it doesn't continuously kick my videos down into the abyss. But then again, I think I did that of my own accord. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. So we're gonna get started with the what if now. If you skipped to this point, that's fine. I hope you enjoy. So, fair warning, no script. No script. Whatsoever. Zero script. None. Nada. Zilch. Zero. Zip. Because I haven't had the time, nor have I had the energy. I've been really tired recently. If you listen to the beginning bit, you'll understand. If not, you don't have to. It's fine. Just bear with me, because this is going to take a minute. Okay, so today we're going to be doing just a little something I cooked up one day while I was chilling out in my house. Yeah. What if Deku? Yes, I still do what ifs. Surprising. In 2024? Ugh. I know, right? But yeah. What if Deku had a quirk that I came up with called Mechina? Now, a bunch of you are going to be like, Mechamaru? No, not Mechamaru. Pretty close. Is it close? I mean, in some aspects, yeah, but it's not really Izuku's, yeah. Oh, whatever. We're still gonna do it, but yeah. This does take a little bit of inspiration from Mechamaru, but then again, there's very few things nowadays that don't take inspiration from something somewhere somehow. Call me crazy, call me what's the word I'm looking for here? Pessimist? I don't think it's a pessimist. Somebody correct me in the comments, but nothing's original. Not anymore, at least. Everyone's already done something at least once, except created the cure for cancer. But then again, what do we know? Or what do I know? I'm just 19. I'm just trying to survive. But yeah, anyway, not the point. But, anyway, let's get this bitch rolling. So, I won't explain what Mechina is, but you'll be able to piece it together throughout the story. So, you start off in, obviously, Izuku's childhood. You know, when he was around, well, yeah. The difference between this, well, obviously there's a bunch of differences, but the main difference between this Izuku and canon Izuku is that technically Izuku isn't a Midoriya. He's oh god, what's her name? I think it's Sutsumi? Lady Nagant. I don't remember her last name. Please forgive me. I don't have internet or phone service, so I have looked up. I haven't been able to watch YouTube videos or anything other than stuff I have downloaded due to YouTube Premium. Again, not a sponsor. Please don't kill me. But yeah, you know, I just use YouTube Premium to not go insane. It's literally the only way I've been able to stay sane, because I'm kind of all alone in my house, hence the reason I'm making this video at like midnight. I have had no one to talk to in like ages other than my family, and I love them to death, but they annoy me. God, I wish I could talk to my fucking bros from other states. But no, not the time. Worry about it later. Right now, gotta focus, gotta lock in. Alright, so, Midoriya technically, well, he's still gonna be a Midoriya. Obviously, Izuku's still gonna be Izuku Midoriya. It's just that he's adopted. Shocker. But yeah, so, obviously, like I said, now, why is Izuku adopted? Simple. Tsutsumi, when she had started doing when she had been recruited into the HPSC, you know, to start her training when she was a kid, Izuku was a baby. Now, in order to push fucking Lady Nagant forward, they used Izuku as a oh god, what would you call it? A bargaining chip? No. A hostage? Yeah, probably. That probably makes it make a little more sense. But yeah. Anyway, so obviously, you know, with Izuku being their hostage and basically letting the HPSC force Nagant to do whatever they tell her to, when Nagant now, I will say this, Nagant had eventually managed to slip Midoriya, baby Midoriya, out of their grasp somehow. Again, don't ask me how. Most of this beginning little bit is going to rely heavily on plot convenience. So, apologies in advance if you prefer a story to make sense. even without a little bit of plot convenience. But we gotta start somewhere, and need a little bit of plot convenience, just like everybody needs a little bit of hope, especially nowadays. Crap, sorry, getting too deep. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, so, like I was saying, God, I gotta stop doing that. I have too many nervous tics. Okay, alright, so, eventually, Lady Nagant had slipped Midoriya away during a villain attack on the HPSC main building. She had put him in a little basket, just a little basket, and left him on some random doorstep. I know, surprising. But, because of that... Oh, okay. Yeah, crap, I didn't check. What percent's my phone at? Come on, 93. Alright, this is fine. But yeah, so, because of that, pretty obviously, when the person had walked out, it was none other than Inko Midoriya. Now, for the sake of simplicity, we're just gonna say that Gant's mother, whoever she is, I don't know if it's revealed or not, had named Izuku Izuku. So, Gant had put that in a little card, tossed it into his little care basket to, you know. Actually, being fair, I could make it to where that Gigantomachia had attacked an HPSC. HPSC. Yeah. Building. This would have happened. Yeah, because All For One was still in his prime when Midoriya was a child. I think. I could have my timeline mixed up. Yeah, no, All Might and All For One were still in their prime. Midoriya was alive for when their fight happened. He was like a teenager. Or, no, he was a kid. I don't remember. I don't even know how old he is at the start of the series. I think he's like 14? Meh. Anyway, not important. What is important is we gotta keep going. Alright, so, oh yeah, so, Inko picks up this little baby Izuku, and she's like, I guess I could adopt him? Because she's lonely, both her and her husband are infertile, and her husband had decided to move to America to make more money in order for them to be able to adopt a child. Because obviously, we're X amount of years into the future, inflation is evil, an evil, cruel mistress. So, everything is super expensive. Yeah. I know I probably shouldn't be getting into this because I'm just some little small YouTuber moron, but inflation is crazy. Like, I remember way back in the day when I was a kid. God, I sound old. I am old. But I remember when I was a kid being able to freaking, with the amount of money I pay now for a week of groceries just to feed myself, to be able to buy enough food for like 3 or 4 people for pretty much a month. I could be crazy. I'm probably crazy, but whatever. Doesn't matter. All I know is I'm about to go eat me a Cosmo Brownie. But wait, aren't you a diabetic? Yes, I'm a diabetic. Do I care? No. I love Cosmo Brownies. They're amazing. Just like, again, hold on. I will say this. Not sponsored. I just like my snacks. Shoot, man. Give me some food. I wish I had a girlfriend. Why am I talking about this? Freaking crazy. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Where was I? I should probably get some water. Get some water. My chest hurts. Okay. Break it in half. My favorite part about these little bastards. Oh, I'm so glad I still had some Diet Coke left in that. Alright. Sorry you have to hear me eat. Just do that double taps, skip forward a little bit. I I'm good. Actually, hang on. No sip. Actually, scratch that. That was not a little sip. Oof, my chest hurts. It's weird too. It's like right under my rib cage. I really hope I'm not gonna die of like heart explode or it's my heart exploding or something. That would blow. Again, that would be kind of funny. Why would I think that's funny? Jesus. I think something's wrong with me. I might need a nap. Or maybe go back to Arkham. Probably both. But then again, the Arkham I went to sucked. Damn it. Off topic. Sorry. My bad. Um, but yeah. Anyway. Let's see. So, you know. Inko called Hisashi. No, Hisashi? Hisashi. Yeah. Yeah. Hisashi. Not Hisashi. His. H-I-S, not H-I-Z. H-I-Z is present mic. Excuse me. It just hurts. But yeah. So she called her husband and was like, "Hey, honey, I found a child on our doorstep. Do we adopt him?" Yes. Okay. Cool. It didn't actually go like that. It was more of an in-depth conversation, but you know, video's already probably pretty long as is because I am incompetent. Again, forgive me. Been a minute. I'll start writing scripts again when I can. Or, you know, if anyone actually watches these videos anymore. Probably a relic of the past. Or I should say. But thought I'd give it one more try. At least. Okay. Anyway. Um so. Hmm. What was that? Okay. Anyway, so as I was saying, uh, over the course of Izuku's life, he had he hadn't really questioned. Well, up until he was 4, he hadn't really questioned why he looked so different from his mother and father. Because his father has black hair, while his mother has green hair, and he has well, most of his hair is black, kind of like Nagant. Oh, okay. Let me rephrase that. His hair, the way his hair looks, is similar to Nagant's in the fact that if you replaced the purple in Nagant's hair with black and the pink with purple, you'd have this Izuku's hair color. They have the same eye color. So, yeah. Just want to throw that to the wolves. To the fan art wolves. That's always funny to think about. People will draw fan art of anything. And I mean anything. I'm gonna be surprised if they try to draw fan art of me. Like my voice. If anybody does watch this. Like, me as a character based off of how my voice sounds. It'd be funny to see someone try and do that. You know what? If anybody does watch this and they're up to the challenge, go ahead, give it a shot. I want to see. Add me on Discord. I'll probably comment that down there too. But yeah. Anyway, not the point. Alright, I finished my late night snack. Let's keep going. So, oh, right, sorry. ADHD is kicking it strong. Doesn't also doesn't help my chest hurts. Okay. So, like I was saying, now, when Midoriya did start questioning if his parents were his parents, was when his quirk manifested. And how did it manifest? Well, it technically didn't manifest until he was, I want to say 10? Yeah. Now, granted, a bunch of people had started pointing out that he's probably adopted, and unlike canon Izuku, this Izuku doesn't really care. Oh. Yeah, we're good. He doesn't care, you know? Bakugo, you're a quirkless, useless Deku! This Izuku. Okay, Bomeranian. And? What? But yeah. So, now, the reason that his quirk manifested so late is because Mechina had required a couple of triggers. But, I'll tell you what they are as it happens. Because we cut to right after the final period of his class, when of well, the last class for the day that Izuku has, and Bakugo gets up and walks over to him to start picking on him. Why? He's Bakugo. What do you expect? Yes, also, yes, before anyone asks, I am all here for the Bakugo slander. Do not like Bakugo. Love Midoriya, hate Bakugo. If you want to know why, I'll tell you probably in a different video. It's probably why I do so many what if Dekus instead of, like, what if Issei or what if Naruto. Actually, being fair, I've watched High School DxD. I haven't read the light novel, but I have read or watched High School DxD. I've watched a lot of anime. Could probably do what if Tatsumi was in My Hero, but that would be terrifying. Fuck. That would be scary now that I think about it. If Tatsumi was in My Hero Academia. Yikes. I got to keep in Tetsu. Oof. Fucking oof. But yeah. Crap. I'm getting distracted again. Sorry about that. I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best, chat. Don't murder me. Don't slander me. But yeah. Focus. Okay. So, back to what I was saying a second ago. Now, Bakugo had started trying to pick on and belittle Midoriya, right? However, Midoriya doesn't really care. However, Bakugo finally fully fed up with Midoriya's bullshit. Because up until this point, Bakugo had at least somewhat begrudging respect. Not for Midoriya specifically, but he didn't want to put his hands on Midoriya in fear that Inko would find out, and then his mother would find out, and his mother would punish him. But Bakugo, finally having enough, would finally put his hands on Midoriya. Now, what do I mean put his hands on? I mean, Bakugo swung and clocked Midoriya in the jaw. Hard. So hard, in fact, it knocked Midoriya out of his desk. However, when Midoriya bashed his head into the desk behind him, because he was at the front of the class, and again, Midoriya was seen as the quirkless nobody, so the teacher doesn't care, nor does any of the other students. Midoriya's quirk activates. Now, a voice in Midoriya's head sounds out that sounds exactly like him. Warning. Sorry, just a sec. My chest hurts. Ooh, it hurts. Kill me. Okay, we're good. Warning. Damage to back. I don't know. It basically is like, hey, we just got our head smacked. Our head just got thrashed. Want to beat his ass? I guess. But no, it actually said it in more telepathic. Technopathy way. It's weird trying to explain it, but basically what I'm trying to say is that it said, warning, damage to the cranium detected. Would you like to engage self-defense procedures? Midoriya in his own head, what? Like, what? I guess? I don't... Now, as this was happening, Bakugo was about to jump onto Midoriya to keep hitting him. However, Midoriya's right arm suddenly there was an orange energy that pulsed through Midoriya's arm before metal platings covered from his wrist to his finger, his entire hand. And he clocked Bakugo, or not, he didn't clock Bakugo, he hit Bakugo dead center of his chest. And Bakugo got, no, not the chest, bro got hit in the diaphragm. We hate Bakugo, which, if you've ever been hit in the diaphragm, it hurts. And if you haven't been hit in the diaphragm, I pray to God you never do, because that sucks. But yeah, anyway, so, like I was saying, Bakugo gets clocked in the diaphragm. Not only is he knocked off of Izuku, he gets the wind knocked out of him, but he also almost passes out due to, the pure shock. Now, I will say this, I am going to cut the video short, eventually. I'm just pointing it out before somebody's like, where's the rest of it? I'm just covering up until the end of Izuku's training. Which won't take long, we're getting there. Again, sorry for the inconvenience, but I'm real low on energy. Forgive me, for I am committing the cardinal sin of being human while also trying to be a YouTuber. But, anyway. Let's see. Okay. So, we cut to... Yeah, well, no, we don't. Actually, yes. We cut to the principal's office, where Bakugo is currently, doubled over, groaning, because his diaphragm just got hit with the force of a small freight train. And kidding, Midoriya can't punch that hard. Yet. Huh? What? Who said that? But yeah, anyway. So. Boom. What was I gonna say? I totally forgot. Fuck. Eek. 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 I'm stupid. But yeah, oh yeah, and Midoriya is sitting on the other side, rubbing his jaw, because his jaw got clocked by Bakugo. And Bakugo, he may be 10, but he's Bakugo. He definitely put a little oomph into that punch. Now, Mitsuki and Inko had shown up, and were informed of what actually happened, because of Midoriya now manifesting what was seen as an incredibly strong quirk. So, because of this, Midoriya is confused that they didn't immediately paint him to be the bad guy, but actually told his mom and his auntie the truth. And this is when Midoriya first starts to figure out that the system, the hero system, is, or the whole society is flawed. Because before his quirk manifested, nobody cared about him. If he ever tried to fight back, he was the aggressor. But the moment he got a quirk that proved to be stronger than Bakugo's, Bakugo was getting called out. So what does Midoriya decide to do with this information? Nothing right now. He's probably, not even probably, he is a little bit more concerned with, you know, his whole getting a new quirk thing. So he ends up starting to train with his quirk. And no, I don't mean go Bakugo training, as in going run up and blow something up. No. Just to see what all he can do, really. And he quickly figured out that the limits are his energy levels and how vividly he can picture something. What do I mean by this? Well, let's just cut to him using his quirk in his home. Now, Midoriya had set up his own little personal gym by now. He is 13. So he's starting to go through puberty. Poor bastard. Anyway. Jesus, that's mean. Oh, it's so mean because even though he does have an adopted father, he's still a bastard. Not in like the bad way, but in the literal dictionary definition of the word bastard. I should probably stop saying that before I get demonetized. It's not like I'm making any ad revenue off this anyway. Yeah, just whatever. I don't really care. Alright, but we gotta keep rolling. Sorry, got distracted again. So, Midoriya had figured out that covering his knuckles and hand in the armor plating isn't the only thing he can cover. And he also realized it wasn't covering. It was turning his hand into, what? The metal hand. Think of it as... And if you don't... Okay, I'm gonna quickly say this. If you don't understand what I'm saying, think of it as Midoriya originally had thought it was like Tetsu Tetsu's quirk. No, he hasn't met Tetsu Tetsu yet, and I'm just using Tetsu Tetsu as an example. But instead, it works as Kirishima's. And that probably made people more confused. Fuck. It's whatever. Basically, he thought it covered his hand, but in reality it turned his hand into it. And he also figured out he can do this to his entire body, except for his, well, no. He can do it to a good majority of his body. The only difference is, the more things he turns into mechanical object, or, into machine, the more energy it seems to drain. And he has a pretty good feeling of how much energy he has, which is a byproduct of his brain being hardwired. Not literally, figuratively and literally. And he also, by accident one day, figured out that he can turn his body parts into long-range weapons. How did he do this? Do you remember the cement guns that Gang Orca's interns were carrying during the licensing exam? He had seen one of those on TV, chuckled and thought, man, it'd be pretty cool if I could turn my arm into that. His arm proceeded to transform into a cement gun. Now, granted, it couldn't fire cement. However, Midoriya did notice that when he changed his arm into the cement gun, his stomach had also become partly mechanical and also change. So Midoriya had a really odd thought. What if he thought of, what if in order to fire this, I need ammunition? And the ammunition is whatever's in my stomach? To test his theory, grabbed an apple, quickly ate it, did it again, and when he realized he had a little bit of ammunition, somehow, even though he was pretty sure it was still traveling in his esophagus, he did have some ammunition. And when he fired, instead of cement coming out, it was like quick expanding, hardening foam that took him a lot of effort to get off of the wall that he shot it at, that also smelled vaguely like apples. But yeah. So, we cut to the first actual, well, not the first actual day at UA. No. That'd be skipping way too much. We cut to Midoriya on his way to school during the first episode. Now, this Midoriya is a little bit more cold and calculated. Well, not really cold. He's still nice, but he won't... That's a lie. If anyone's in need, he's gonna come running, but most people see him as cold because he overcalculates and he doesn't like to talk. The only reason that he doesn't have his little muttering tick, well, A, he has a quirk, so his confidence is way up. And B, Midoriya, after, the 4 years that he's had his quirk, yes, Midoriya's 14, it's whatever, had figured out that his brain is in a constant transformed state. It took him a while to become self-aware of this, but he realized that his quirk is really, really weird and really, really complicated. Because it has aspects of a mutation quirk, that being the mutation of his brain being better than a supercomputer, and also the fact of him having his own, well, himself as an AI in his own head. So he can talk to himself, literally, to come up with better strategies. Second, transformation quirks, i.e., literally him being able to turn any part of his body into pretty much anything he wants. Think Generator Rex. God, that's such an old show. Oh, when I miss it. It was such a good show. Okay, sorry. Off topic again. And 3, an emitter. Now, you're going to be like, wait, emitter? Why emitter? Simple. He also figured out that when he's transforming, as we'll call it, there's a weird orange pulse of energy that goes through the respective body part in order to induce the transformation. Now, he figured out that once that body part is transformed, he can make this orange energy manifest. And he's also able to fire it out. However, this drains him. The current moment, he could fire 1, maybe 2 on a really, really good day, and like blasts, before he tires himself out and completely passes out. His energy efficiency just isn't where it needs to be. And he understands this. So he's limiting himself to what he calls melee constructs, which, again, kinda self-explanatory. Melee constructs are your everyday sword, bonk, bonk being hammer, or anything you can use to bonk, really. Shields, maces, flails, spears, I guess? I mean, he could make a spear. And he also figured out that he can, other than, when he's manifesting the energy to fire it, he can also just hold the charge in his hand, or his hands, or wherever he wants to store it, in order to conserve said energy. And if he hits someone, let's say if he charges up the energy in his right hand, fuck, I'm over-explaining again. Ugh, I need to stop. Sorry. I need to follow this. I need to get a script. Jesus. Okay. Anyway. As I was saying, you know, uh, do. Crap. Come on. Come on. Oh, there we go. Alright. But anyway, so he would go to the villain attack just to observe the pros in the villain to see if he could get any sort of, well, anything out of them. What do I mean by that? Simple. He's been analyzing pros and villains since he was a kid in order to see if there was anything that he could replicate. Now, obviously, some heroes and villains have slipped under his radar. Mostly underground heroes and villains. Think All for One. Here's another underground villain. Technically the Yakuza? I mean, yeah, the Yakuza aren't technically villains, but they are criminals. So, like, Chisaki, Overhaul, those are the same person. Why did I say their name twice? But yeah. And on the hero side, people like, Aizawa, and then technically his sister, but that's only for, like, a little bit. He kinda... Yeah. She was only a hero for a little bit, but, eventually she went quote-unquote villain after killing someone. But, we know what happened. Well, that's weird. Where the fuck did that come from? Whatever. But yeah. Anyway, so he observes the heroes and villains fight before getting really annoyed at Mount Lady. Being fair, he doesn't really like heroes that are spotlight only. Like, don't get me wrong, he still loves All Might, right? Who doesn't? But the reason he likes All Might isn't like most people. He likes All Might because he actually does his job. He saves people. He's the definition of a hero. He saves people with a smile on his face no matter the situation. And Midoriya understands that All Might is human, which is kind of a down point for Midoriya in All Might's favor. Because Midoriya realizes that sooner or later, All Might's gonna have to retire. And that is going to suck for everyone involved. But Midoriya plans on being the next symbol, the next pillar, to take the weight of the sky, so to speak. But in order to do that, he needs to get to class, which he realizes and then books it. He makes it to class in time, and, you know. Now, Bakugo would still try and taunt Midoriya, but Midoriya would just kind of point two fingers in Bakugo's face, and then Bakugo would back down. Now, you may wonder, why did Bakugo back down? Simple. Bakugo has seen Midoriya quite literally shoot out, well, not literally shoot out, but he's seen how fast Midoriya can swap between constructs, mostly because he went into his room without permission while he was doing his training one day. And he thinks that that is just how fast Midoriya can create the constructs. Which isn't the case, being fair. Being 100% fair, another downside to Midoriya's quirk, other than energy conservation, or, energy problems, is that creating a construct takes a lot longer than swapping between constructs. And creating a new construct from scratch is really hard. At least for Midoriya, it is. Now, let's see, where was I? Crap. Where was I? Actually, my chest is starting to hurt real bad, so I think that's where I'm going to stop it. Again, really sorry for how long this video is, and I'm really sorry that I probably rambled on and on. So, please forgive me. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new here. And if you're not, well, welcome back. I'm glad to see you're still with me after all these years. Sorry I haven't posted. This is Red, signing off. Later.